everybody.
What's up, guys?
It's the Run
Duo.
Episode
36.
36. Yes. And, well, what's going on, India?
Oh my God, the last couple weeks have been a lot. Life takes over, everything takes over, but I'm doing what I do.
Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. I'm glad you're doing well.
Yes.
How is Coach O treating you? That's a lot of stuff.
No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. No. Coach O is doing great. Coach O is doing great. The trainings have been, my long runs, just to be honest, my long runs have not been going as expected in my mind, as far as like pace and me feeling good. Like when I get done with long runs, I'm like, what was that? Every long run, I'm like, what was that?
Well, okay, so does he have you, like long runs, as far as the pace, is it like a minute slower than total pace or your actual half pace or?
No, so he literally right now, I've been working, it's been 7 weeks now since I've been working with him. Mm-hmm. And so he's like, I need you to work on consistency. Don't think about pace, any of that. He's like, get out there, get it done. Okay. The only time that he is really, he'll tell me easy runs, and he'll say, okay, easy runs, you need to make sure that you're landing, a certain pace. And on my speed work, he wants me to land certain paces. Okay. But other than that, like my long runs, he's like, take it easy. Like that's not, you should not be, pounding yourself out on those things. Because if you think about it, I have 9 weeks, like this has been a long training plan for a half marathon at least.
Yeah.
So I'll be doing well over, usually for a half marathon I train for 12 weeks. So I'll be well over the 12-week mark of training. And I've been doing like the last 3-week long runs have been 10 miles. This weekend I'll be doing 11 miles. So I will be, as far as being comfortable with the miles being put down, I think when it comes to the race day, I'll totally be fine. Okay. So as far as my time and stuff, I'm trying not to think about it right now because I'm like, India, you have 12 weeks to go. Not 12 weeks, 9 weeks to go, sorry.
I'm like, you got what?
I have 9 weeks to go before race day. So I'm trying not to focus on that and like really just saying, okay, India, because of course on race day, you go a little bit faster because you're excited, you're adrenaline, things are happening, you're trying to pass people, you see people, you lock into someone, you're trying to keep up with them. Yeah. And so what I'm doing on an individual basis may not be what my race day is going to look like. And I will say lately, a lot of my easy runs have been better paces, but my long runs just have not been what I'm used to and what I'm expecting. But I think it's also me being tired, me getting back to putting as many miles as I've been putting in. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to think about it. Like I took some time off and then getting back to consistency, and I'm doing, I'm working out 5-6 days a week. So it's one of those things where I'm putting down the miles.
That's a lot of miles, yeah. I mean, when you put in that many days, that's a lot of miles. But like he said, that's good. You're getting that consistency down. And I think you're going to feel so much better running the half after this training. Yes. And, I mean, I don't mean to, there's some people that just go out and run races. Right. They really don't train that much. They just go out and run races. Usually most people I know that do that, they're not running for time. Right. They're just kind of running to enjoy it. But to me, there is nothing, the best feeling in the world I've had running is when I've been trained up. Right. When I'm trained, I'm in shape, I'm ready, I'm hitting heels like, what's up?
Yes. Bring it.
Exactly.
Bring
like
it.
What? When you controlling your pace and there's no better feeling. That's why I'm such a big supporter of people who actually train for a specific race. You know what I mean? Right. And try to peak at the right time because it's a great feeling. And
I think that's what I'm trying to get a feel for. I've been mixing up my long runs, like where I've been doing my long runs. I have been mixing that up. Yeah. So I was doing it out in my neighborhood, which is very like a lot of rolling hills, Beaver Highway, like a lot of rolling hills. The last 3 weekends I had done Silver Comet Trail so that I could not do as many, hills. Okay. And then this past weekend, 2 weekends prior to that, this past weekend I did Midtown, which I basically did the Peachtree Road Race route backwards from Ansley Mall. Okay. So that was really interesting. But it worked out. So I guess I'm to the point where I'm trying to mix it up, continuing to get the mental strength. And, Coach O says, you know how you get better running? Do you know how, Tommy? How
By
you get better
running.
running? Yeah, that's exactly what he said. He
By
said by
running.
running. So he's all about putting the miles in so
Yes.
that you can get better. So I am trying to trust the process.
Yes.
And
yes.
trust my training plan, which
Mhm.
is, I think, what's the best. So that's how I feel about.
Well, let me ask you this: what do you do what do you do to keep you going on these long runs? Because I know you've been running with a partner in the morning during the week, but on
2 days a week.
2
So
days
I've
a
only
week.
been running with her 2 days a week. Yes.
So on the weekends, are you running with anybody?
I take off with people, but I never run with them.
I got you.
So on my long runs, for a big chunk of my current training, I've been running solo, like not even taking off with people.
Okay.
But I would say the last month, I've taken off with the group, and then I ended up running by myself because I don't know people that are doing my pace. A lot of times now, I've been doing interval running as well.
Okay.
Some people aren't doing that. Either they may be a little behind me, or they're taking off and they're like, hey, all right, we'll see you at the end.
Yeah.
And they're jetting out the gate, which is fine for me. At least I know that I met up with some people and I'm doing stuff. But I've been doing a lot of individual running. How do I push through, I think was what your question was, right?
Yeah.
How do I push through? I just know I have to do it. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of times I think in my mind, I'm telling myself, you got this. Trust the process. I talk to myself a lot on my runs. Like, literally, people probably be like, who is she? Like, I literally talk to... Who is she talking to? I literally talk to myself a lot on my runs. And then, honestly, Tommy, I honestly tell myself, you're a marathoner. Like, you've run 26.2.
Yeah.
So it's not as if your body can't get you there.
Yeah.
And then I also tell myself, stay where you are. Like, literally in the moment.
Yeah.
Stay at this mile. Stay at this step. Because I find myself venturing a lot to where I was before because my pace is slower.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? Don't do that. You know, life has changed. Situations have changed. Things have happened. You know, injury, all kinds of stuff has happened. You can't think about where you were before.
Yeah.
So a lot of reframing my thoughts, a lot of positive thinking, a lot of talking to myself, and a lot of it's okay. And taking listening to my body. That's the other thing. Like, really listening to my body. So that's how I push through.
Push through, yeah. I got you. Well, you know, like we always say it's a lot of mental.
It is. It is a lot of mental.
Yeah. I know for me, and I've been doing this I've probably been doing this since I was a little kid. I always imagine finishing, like in running, I imagine finishing a certain race. Like when I used to play football, I used to imagine, scoring, when I'm in practice, I'm practicing so I can score that winning touchdown, whatever. So I always kind of visualize.
Okay.
Like right now, I've been visualizing, not finishing the Boston Marathon, but finishing the race to qualify me.
That's
for
awesome.
the Boston
feeling
Marathon.
of that.
Yeah, just that feeling of running.
Yeah.
You're there.
Yes!
Kevin's there. Trey said I'm running.
You better think about it. I'm excited. That's what's up. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think about that. And I mean, there is somewhat of a friendly pressure of talking about like the race and that being my time. Like being able to pump out a time that I want in October. Like there is that, all right, that feeling of being done to be like, I smashed that, And I'm just really excited about that feeling and kind of what that whole weekend and energy is going to feel like. So I'm excited about it. And I'm almost like you putting in the time and the effort. I'm doing a lot better with stretching, foam rolling.
Okay.
In previous trainings, I did it every now and then. I've been trying to do it daily now. At the end of my runs, I'm drinking my protein immediately. I am doing my stretching and recovery. I'm icing, I'm soaking. Like, I'm doing better with taking care of my body this time around. I'm living like a runner. And I really can tell a difference. My soreness after runs is very different. My soreness next day is very different. Like, I'm not like walking around like I'm 90. Which in previous times, it was a day or 2 days after that I'm still crippled from a long run. And now it's like, okay, I'm okay. Like, not saying that it wasn't, I don't have soreness, but it's better.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Yes.
Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad, hold up. Oh, wait.
No, I was going to tell you this too. And also being comfortable with warm-ups and cool-downs. I don't know if we talked about this last time, or if that was just an individual conversation
we were talking,
that you and I had offline, but he has me doing warm-ups and cool-downs. And in my mind, a lot of times, again, it chops you into that mental point of, how can I run a mile and a half as a warm-up and then I still have to go do the workout, right? So I'm trying to transition my mindset around the warm up and cool downs are recovery and getting you ready for the run. So I'm really trying to transition my body and my mind around being able to do that.
Yeah.
And being okay with doing that. Because even when I see elite runners and they're out running miles before the race, I'm like, what the hell? Like, I need all of that energy in the tank. I need every single bit of that energy in the tank. That mile needs to be a mile towards this race, not towards warm up before the race.
Well, I will say this because I know, like I do, when the first time I did Hanson, because Hanson has all that in there, the warm up and all that. And the first time I didn't do it. I was like, I ain't doing it.
Right. Yes.
But the second time around, I did start doing it, and it makes a difference.
It does make a difference.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It does make a difference. Like after this podcast, I got speed work to do. So.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
What's your speed work like today?
So you would ask me that. So I think it is 1.5 mile warm up. It is 2 mile 1 mile repeats times 2, and then he has a goal pace of 10 mile minute mile, which is faster than my usual. And then I have another mile cool down. So I'll be doing about 2, 3, about 5 and almost 6 miles.
I really think actually after a while, the warm ups and cool downs, I look forward to them.
Really?
Like,
I haven't gotten there yet.
Once you get into once you in that deep training and you putting all them miles on your legs, you be loving that warm up. Like, let me cruise this 11-minute mile
right. So that piece I'm okay with.
Yeah.
Like the piece, the fact that I really don't have to worry about a pace hit when it comes to warm up and cool down, I'm totally fine.
Yeah.
I think it's the fact in my mind I'm thinking about the distance that I'm going versus how fast my body needs to go, and so that's the other mental piece that you have to transition over. And that's why, like we said, running is so much more mental than physical, than what people realize. Yeah. And you have to really change that thought process around. So that's still a work in progress for me.
Well, like this morning, like I ran early, like 3:30 in the morning. This morning I ran, total was 6 miles, but 4 of the miles had to be at a half marathon pace. And man, I love that. Man, that warm up, I'm almost walking. I mean, I'm like, chilling.
You feeling good though.
Yeah.
And in the mornings you're feeling great.
Yeah.
Like I wish like the morning time, my last couple runs with Nicole, like I've been like, yes, like feeling good afterwards. I'm like, okay, I can do a little bit. The other morning it was raining. I was like, oh. I was like, the gods.
Yes.
Literally.
Yeah.
The rain felt amazing and I was cruising.
Yeah, so eventually I think you'll enjoy the warm up.
It hasn't.
I still won't do it at a race though. Forget that. I'm using every bit of them miles.
It hasn't gotten there yet. And the other thing that I have been trying to integrate in is eating before my long runs, which is not something that I usually do.
You would never eat anything?
I get upset stomach, and I just don't like. So when I do races, I always did crackers with peanut butter, like regular crackers, and then I would bring my own peanut butter. Not peanut butter crackers already made; those don't work for me. But like regular crackers, but like ensuring that I'm like getting oatmeal or toast or a bagel or something, and I'm trying to do better with consistency. Because the thing about it is, what people don't realize is there's so many people that carb load before a race, eat the race of the morning of a race, but they don't do any of that during training. Like why do you only do it on race day?
You gotta do it all the same way.
You gotta do it all the same way. So I'm trying to figure that out and figure out what's best for my tummy.
You know what I love? You might want to try. I mean, I don't know. You gotta check it out for your stomach. But those the waffles, the
frozen waffles?
No, the
the stingers.
Yes, the stinger waffles.
Yeah.
During marathon training, worked so, especially on a hot day.
Okay.
Because it gave me a lot of energy in the beginning, and then I'd hit some Gatorade something in the middle. But
that was your breakfast.
That worked so well for me. I'll do like if I get up early enough, I'll do a bagel, like a little mini bagel with peanut butter. But if I don't, then I just hit the waffles.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it. Peanut butter seems to do well with my stomach. I've tried banana, messed me up.
Yeah, no.
But like peanut butter usually does well with my stomach. So just trying to that whole mental process again, getting up early enough to be able to eat to where your food digests and then get out. And of course during summer training, you know, if you're trying to start at 4:00 in the morning, you really got to get up to eat prior to and all that. So.
Exactly.
Yes.
So good. Now everybody, if you don't know, Coach O.
Yes.
With Lace Up Fitness, he is doing. He's training.
He is training.
He's training India.
Yes, for the race.
The race. So I just, bam, I'm good at hitting spots. Lace Up Fitness and the race. Both.
Yes, both of them.
But for real, if you want to get this kind of training, hit up Lace Up Fitness. They got an Instagram. Tell you exactly where to go.
Website,
do you
everything.
check out their 1 minute mile?
Yes.
Yeah, or mile.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I don't remember exactly what it's called.
1 mile minute.
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah, really cool. So definitely go follow them.
Yes.
A lot of good information on not just running, biking,
Fitness, totally.
Fitness. Yeah, exactly.
So
swimming.
they have swimming, biking, running, nutritionists, like lifting, any kind of coach that you're looking for. Lace Up Fitness has it, and Coach O is doing a great job with me, and of course we're gonna have him on to.
Yeah, we'll see how good a job you're doing with him.
Right.
We're gonna get some answers from Coach O.
Because I can say how I feel like I'm doing. He's gonna be like,
see what Coach O say. But really, more. I want to just ask more about how his process with working with you, so that people who've maybe never had a coach can kind of see how it works. Because I'm a loner type person. I don't like nobody telling me nothing.
Yeah.
So I want to hear how he's working with you and seeing how that collaboration. Because I can tell already you're learning a lot of new stuff.
Yeah.
By working with him, which is great.
Yeah, and I think that with having a run coach, you have to. There's two different people. There's someone that can. Because Coach O does not live in Atlanta. I live in Atlanta. He lives in South Carolina.
Yeah.
But so our communication is via phone only, or via phone and via the training app. So the thing about it is that if you're not motivated for someone to tell you what to do and you go out and do it, the way that I'm getting coached probably is not the best for you.
Gotcha.
Because I know there's some people like, girl, if they not in here like in my face telling me, or out at the runs with me and doing these type things. Yeah. But Lace Up Fitness has that type of training as well and that type of coaching also. But my coaching is just different. But I also have that drive. Give me what you want. I'm going to go do it. I'm going to text you my information about how I feel and what I did.
Got it.
We'll talk to him and see how it goes.
So what else is going on in the world of running?
So I wanted to give a huge shout out to Michael Wardian. We interviewed him. I can't remember what episode it was, but we interviewed him. He's a marathoner, ultra marathoner, and has continued to do an amazing job. He actually did the San Francisco Marathon last weekend. He did the ultra marathon, which means that he completed 2 laps of the 26.2 mile route. So he did it twice.
What?
But y'all, he finished in 6 hours, 10 minutes, and 34 seconds. So for some of y'all, for me, that's one marathon.
Yeah,
exactly. I'm just saying, he did it twice.
And he wasn't running Chicago.
San Francisco. We talked about the mountains in San Francisco.
He wasn't running Chicago.
No.
He was running the San Francisco Marathon.
Yes.
Synonymous with hills.
Right.
He ran it twice.
Exactly.
What was it again? 6 hours?
6 hours, 10 minutes, and 34 seconds.
Dude.
So, congratulations, Mike. You continue.
Man.
Is he human? Is he human? So
I mean, that's amazing. Because I didn't actually go back and look because I saw that he was going to be running it, the Ultra. But I don't think I realized. You know what? I think he did post that, I'm running the Ultra. And then he was saying like 2 laps. And I was like, 2 laps of what?
Because he's so modest about what he does.
Yeah, exactly.
But yes, 2 laps, 52.4 miles.
Wow.
84.4 kilometers if you're into kilometer counting.
Wow.
Yes. So congratulations, Mike. I'm always watching you and the amazing things that you're doing. Congratulations on that.
Exactly.
Yes.
So
I couldn't imagine. And of course the ultra world is a whole nother world. But
different.
in my mind as a marathoner, I'm not gonna say just a marathoner because 26.2 is amazing, but as a marathoner, being an ultra marathoner, it's just a whole nother world. It's like it blows me out the water.
It's always amazing to me to kind of look back at like my running life and what used to be amazing to me has changed.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Because I used to be like, running marathon? Who doing that?
Exactly.
Right.
Who does that?
Who
But
does that?
now it's like people running twice, marathons or ultras, 100-mile races. It's just amazing what human beings do with their free time.
Right. Yes, it's just amazing. So, anyway. And it also, so it would be, I cannot go without, saying this on this podcast. Congratulations to Allison Felix for signing with Athleta, which is a Gap athletic company.
Yeah.
So she is signed with them now. She is no longer signed with Nike. So, of course, we have talks on our episodes in regards to Nike and them not giving her her money for having her baby and maternity time and all of that stuff. So she has decided to take her talents to Athleta, and I am very happy for her and very excited. And they have a Power of She basically campaign that they launch, and it's basically wellness. It's health and wellness for everything. When they finally announced on their page that she was going to be not only just a sponsored athlete, but their first sponsored athlete.
Oh, wow.
So she is their first sponsored athlete. They said that they are going to be behind her as a woman, as a mother, and as an advocate. So she's going to be doing a lot of time with, just educating young women and young girls about their rights and understanding and being an athlete and what it is to be a woman and be an athlete. So I'm very happy for her. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I am interested to see, because right now she's still running in Nike Spikes. So I'm interested to see
what that's going to look like.
What the shoe is going to go to.
Yeah.
Is Athletic going to come out with their own shoe?
Oh,
yeah,
no.
I'm kind of interested to see.
They're kind of closed focused.
Yeah, but you know what?
Yeah.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
Well, I honestly was very surprised about their picking up of her, because I don't have any Athleta clothes, but they're kind of, to me, on the realm of Lululemon.
Okay.
And
not,
I see
not high performance, more
right. Like I don't see them as
casual,
much high
athletic.
performance. I see them as, in my eyes, and I know that they probably do have high performance clothes, but I see them as yoga, out and about. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do a little bit of. I might do some strength training here and there, but I don't see them as like pounding high performance. They have really cute stuff, but like. We'll see. I mean, they're obviously they're going to have to step it up. And I think that I'm sure that Allison Felix looked at what they have before they even sponsored her, before she signed on to see, can I run in this stuff? Can I do my, my speed work in this stuff?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be interesting. But I saw that as well. I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm always like, if you can get a better situation for yourself and your family, do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that it sounds like it's going to be a better situation all the way around.
Yeah. And, hopefully that will actually show other companies how you should treat your athlete. Because after one company does it, a lot of times
you need to step it up.
Other companies fall in line. I mean,
because they don't want to lose people.
Yeah.
Because Nike has now lost an amazing athlete.
Yes.
And Nike's not going anywhere because of it, but it's still the name associated with how this whole situation has gone down is not a good point towards Nike.
No, not at all. But I mean, Nike get dinged on stuff constantly. So, I mean, I don't know if they care. I mean, I'm guessing, I guess my thing is, like, on one end, they got Colin Kaepernick, and they're supporting him. They, they not putting out shoes just because he said it, kind of stuff. But then on the other end, real, because, you know what? Honestly, I could give a crap if you put out Betsy Ross shoes. What do I care? I ain't buying them, but, if you want to put them out. But on the real, you got this young lady having a kid. Something that I am very aware of, because I only got 5 days of maternity leave to hang out with Trey.
Paternity, yo.
So paternity, maternity, whatever. 5 days.
5 days. That's low.
But let me tell you. This is just a side note. Why do we get an email not yesterday, day before yesterday? They're changing it to now. I would have gotten 6 weeks.
Shut up,
dude. If you don't think I'm about to walk in there talking about y'all
need to give me
y'all owe me 5 weeks. They giving 6 weeks at my company now.
Wow.
I told Heather that. She was like, what? I was like, yes.
Yeah, I would definitely be all up in HR. What does that mean for me?
Exactly.
Because I just had a baby.
My baby just came. Yes. I mean, if you need me to put him back and take him out again, we can do that.
You don't want that.
I need them 5 weeks.
I know Heather don't want that either. That is too funny.
That's what I mean. That's some real stuff, and I think that is definitely something that they need to look in. And honestly, I truly believe that Nike will step up and because they got way too many athletes female athletes on their roster not to. Not even just track and field, basketball, WNBA, all of that. So
there's a lot.
Yeah, I guess it's a little different with track and field because, like, if you play for a basketball team, you're definitely getting a higher paycheck probably on a more regular basis. Well, guaranteed contracts.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get that. Whereas with track and field, you ain't on the track, you get no.
You're not performing.
Yeah, you're not exactly. So
I get that.
I think it's definitely something that's a little different.
Yes.
I got a question for you.
Sure.
Now you know who Usain Bolt is, right?
Uh-huh.
So Usain Bolt, I don't know, and honestly, I can't tell you what entity decided this, but I saw it. He was voted like the most electrifying athlete of all time.
Wait a minute.
Thank you. I was like, okay.
Of all time?
Of all time.
They went far with it.
That's what I'm like, okay, I ain't gonna lie, I enjoyed watching him run.
He was a great runner.
But first off, a 100-meter guy career is Olympics to Olympics. Really, I mean, yeah, he did run Diamond League and all that good stuff, but how often did you really see that? You saw him in the Olympics. I mean, I can think of football players that to me, because of their longevity, would get a more electrifying than Usain Bolt. So I was just interested if anybody else thought the same thing. I was a little. Would you even say he's the most electrifying in the running community
at that time?
Well, no, we can't break it to a time.
But that's what I'm telling you. At that time. But that's what I'm telling you. At that time, he was. I mean, he's not even not any. No, no. I think that they stretched it with of all time. No. Yeah, he was amazing, and for the couple years that
he did. Well, I mean, how many? He did 3 Olympics.
Yeah, I was gonna say for 3-4 years that he was like really in the spotlight. Of course, he's run longer than that, but as far as like how long he was like, everybody's like Usain.
Yeah, if he did 3, so he did what 12 years. So we'll give him a 12-year span if he was in 3 different Olympics. We'll give him a 12-year span that he was the man. Right. And I mean, when
but it wasn't 12 years of everybody being hype about him though.
Well, I think from the first Olympics, when he came out there being as tall as he is, being able to put down put down his pace like that or his tempo like that, I know I was like, how's this tall?
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, I was like, he on something. But I ain't gonna lie, I always say that. Ever since Barry Bonds, I think everybody on drugs.
What?
So I've always said that. But anyway, I think from that point, for the 12 years. Even for that 12 years, I don't know if I would say he was the most well, okay, track and field. I guess maybe track and field, he would be. But honestly, maybe it's just because I'm a distance runner, I get more excited to watch Kipchoge.
I mean, because we are distance runners, I think that's the reason too. But also, like, I feel like it's a different beast to be a distance runner than it is a sprinter. Yeah. I mean, and not discrediting sprinters at all. Like, much respect to those people that can run that fast. But it's just different. It is very different.
Yeah. But see, I actually think, I mean, not that I think Kipchoge could beat Usain Bolt in a 100-meter race, but I think Kipchoge could run a respectable 100-meter, whereas I do not think
he could.
Usain Bolt could run a I'm not sure if he could run a respectable marathon, in the elite version, I'm thinking. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, anyway.
Speaking of Kipchoge, this is just something random. For those that are interested in kind of watching Kipchoge and working on getting to, doing the sub 2-hour marathon, make sure that y'all are following NN Running Team. They basically feature all the runners and pacers and everybody that's been running with Kipchoge.
Oh, really?
They have a YouTube page and everything that kind of documents some of the things that they're doing, their warm-ups, some of their workouts. I found something very interesting. They did like a question and answer on their Instagram the other day. And someone asked, how much sleep does Kipchoge get? Yeah. And they say he gets 8 hours of sleep and then a 2-hour nap every day.
I'm sure he does.
I wish.
Man.
If I could get 8 hours of sleep every night and a 2-hour nap every day.
Well, I mean,
optimal performance.
That's what we
should be getting.
That's what they say you should get if you're training. And honestly, I mean, some books I've read of, people who are not from Kenya who went and ran with the Kenyans say that's pretty much they run and sleep and eat.
Run, eat, and sleep.
Yeah, that's all they really do.
But that's your life, though. Like, that's what you're getting paid to do.
Yeah, most definitely. And I mean, while we're talking about Kenya, and I don't remember where I saw this article, but it was an article, and of course they didn't have a name of the actual runner, but it was a runner from Kenya.
Okay.
Who talked about he dopes, and he says it's rampant in Kenya. He said he didn't want to. He said he wanted to run clean. But in the end, he didn't because everybody else was doping. So he had to because nobody in Kenya, and we're going to lose the people from Almost Live, so holla at you. Nobody in Kenya just runs like us.